What it do, T Squad? It's me, Keisha, and I'm here with this week's All Tea, All Shade Real Housewives of Orange County, Season 17, Episode 5 review. Hey, T Squad, I need for you all, if you have not already subscribed to my second channel, it is Keisha Irvin, Keisha, Irvin, Ervin. I am going to start posting content on that channel. I'm going to start off by posting old all tea, all shade episodes from Basketball Wives, Married to Medicine, Love and Hip Hop franchises, so we can get some of those old school Keisha theater moments where I do my Dr. Damon voice, my Sierra voice, my Evelyn voice, my Jennifer voice, and so many more. So make sure you guys subscribe to my Keisha Irvin channel. Old throwback content will start going up next week, and then eventually I'll start putting new content on that channel once we build it all the way up. So once again, please subscribe to that channel. When you type it in, put in Keisha Irvin channel. That's how it's going to come up. Keisha Irvin channel. All right, you guys, let's get into this review. The episode picks up where we left off last week with Taylor and Heather getting into it over this movie role that Heather acted like she didn't want, and Taylor felt like she was trying to belittle her because she assumed that Heather felt like the project was probably beneath her. So Taylor, however, is mad with Tamra because she feel like she instigated things, which she did. That's what Tamra does. She has the same recipe that she has been mixing up for years. Nothing about Tamra has changed. She's so predictable. She is a friend to no one, absolutely no one. Tamra comes into this looking at it as a job and these people as her co-workers. None of them are really, truly of value to her unless she needs them. If she don't need them, she disregards them. So Tamra and Heather are in the bathroom together because Heather is upset, and Tamra lies to her and says that she didn't say anything negative about her acting career when she did make a snide comment saying that Heather was, I guess, relevant in the 1900s. And Heather believes her when she said it. Tamra and Shannon end up playing around, goofing around. Now, mind you, it's because Tamra forces the playfulness between them. And Heather, however, in her confessional, hopes that she doesn't become the odd man out if they become back friends. And of course, that's what ends up happening because, you know, Tamra needs her flunkies around her. And once again, the recipe never changes. So Taylor questions Jen and Gina about if they feel that Tamra, when her and Heather were in the bathroom together, was probably in there talking ish on her and throwing her under the table so she can get the upper hand on the situation. Gina was like, probably, yeah, 9 times out of 10 knowing Tamra. Jen, however, doesn't think so because she don't know Tamra the way that we know Tamra. She knows the Tamra that she has been associated with over the last couple of years. She doesn't know television Tamra. So Tamra ends up telling Shannon while Heather is sitting there that Jen is very insecure as a woman. She's always downgrading herself and talking negative about herself, and that Ryan cheated on her before, and it was with somebody that Tamra knows. And I'm like, Tamra's so dang on messy because she just going around telling all this lady business, but that's supposed to be your home girl. Like I said, this is a job to her, and if she got any tea on you, she's going to use it against you to once again play this friend villain role that she's been playing for years. So Tamra tells them, she was like, my friend Heather, not the Heather on the show, but this other girl named Heather, told her that when Ryan came to her gym for the first time, he looked at Tamra and was like, I'm gonna F her. And she was like, huh? Like, nah, like, you know, that's Eddie's wife. And he was like, watch, I'm gonna F her. And obviously that didn't happen. So I guess when he couldn't get Tamra, he set his sights on Jen because 2 months later they were together. So Shannon is just like, what? Like, does she even know this? Like, why hasn't Tamra told her? Like, she knows that this is going to hurt that girl when she finds out about it. Like, it's just so jacked up. And once again, if this your homegirl, if you've been there throughout the whole situation of her getting with this dude, why have you not told her this? Why wait and tell everybody else about it on national television? Tamra, like I said, is a mess, and this is reminding me why I was so happy when she got off the show. But then again, she adds the drama that we come to know from OC. So it's like a gift and a curse when it comes to Tamra. So Gina ends up calling Emily and tells her what happened with Taylor and Tamra, and basically how Tamra threw her under the bus. And Emily was like, 9 times out of 10, Tamra threw that girl under the bus when she was having that conversation with Heather, because they know how Tamra is at this point. You know what I'm saying? So then Shannon tells Tamra that, you should tell Jen what you told me. Like, you need to tell that girl. So Gina tries to remind Heather when they're scooping up cow poop that Tamra ain't ish. And you need to basically watch your back because she been, starting stuff with me and everybody else. But Heather chooses to believe her friend when she said that she wasn't talking crap about her. And I'm like, Heather, are you sleepy? Are you conscious? This is Tamra we're talking about. Tamra Judge. Okay? Like, really? Really, girl? So Jen, and Gina end up having a conversation about her affair, and Gina tells her how it's affecting her because, her husband cheated on her and everything. And Gina basically says it's coming across like you're trying to make what you did okay, and it's not okay. And Jen was like, I know what I did was not okay, but basically it's happened. I'm happy. And she says to Gina, it's not my job to make you feel better about the situation. And I was like, well, she told you. And Gina was like, yeah, I get that. And I'm happy for you that you're happy. But when I hear these inconsistencies, it makes me doubt you. When she was like, what inconsistencies? What are you talking about? So Gina was like, Tamra makes it seem like it's more to the story, that you haven't been really truthful about everything. And Jen gets upset at that point because she feels like, what is Tamra going around saying about me? Because I've been telling you guys the truth. And she was like, I'm going to have to say something to her about that. And she actually gets upset to the point that she starts crying. And I feel bad for her because you can tell she genuinely thought that Tamra was her friend and did not expect for her to come onto this show and for Tamra to start playing her and acting funny towards her the way that she is. And I was like, girl, did you not watch the show before you came on? You should have been expecting this. You should have came prepared, locked and loaded when it comes to Tamra. And any tea you got on her, you better start spilling it. Anything you know about her and Eddie, you need to start spilling it, child. But see, Tamra one of them ones that ain't gonna let you know her business. She gonna find out everything she can about you, but you ain't gonna know what go on in her household. So Tamra ends up apologizing to Shannon about, the beef that they had, and takes the blame for it. And Shannon was like, no, because, I was wrong too. And Shannon says that she wishes that she would have been there more for her. And at this point, they're starting anew with their friendship. And like I said, it was all good when Tamra wasn't on the show anymore and they were beefing. And I feel like that showed that they weren't really friends in the first place, that as soon as Tamra and Vicky weren't on the show, their friendship was no longer. Now that she's back on the show and they both need alliances and they know each other and they're comfortable with each other, they're going to link up again. So, child, it's so fake. So fake. So, Taylor, that night when everybody's having, they're going to sleep outside in tents and they're eating outdoors, and they have these cowboys and cowgirls cooking for them. And Taylor is talking to this little young 25-year-old dude. And she was like, I'm old enough to be your mother. And she was like, and Heather is definitely old enough to be your mother. And Heather overheard it. And she was saying to Gina, like, did you hear her? Did you hear what she just said? Like, she coming for me again. Now, I don't know where that came from about Heather, because Heather wasn't even in the conversation or nothing. But obviously, Taylor's still feeling some type of way about their little issues and making little passive aggressive digs. And it was funny as hell to me. But to be honest with you, Heather looks way younger than Taylor does. Like, Taylor, you shouldn't be talking about age. So Tamra ends up telling Gina that she's trying to start stuff between her and Heather. The fact that, you know, she went to Heather basically saying, you need to watch Tamra. And Gina was like, I was trying to be there for my friend. And in her confessional, she was like, you know, Heather had brought up how she felt like she wasn't being a friend to her anymore. So this was, you know, her trying to show her that, yeah, I got your back and we are friends. So she says to Heather, you know, I was just trying to make sure you were good, right? And Heather was like, yeah, you were, but you kind of made it out like it was a pattern going on with Tamra. So now Gina feeling like, Heifer, I'm up here trying to be your friend and give you a heads up, and now you throwing me under the bus. Like, which one is it? So now she feeling betrayed by Heather. And I feel like in that moment, Heather was trying to be neutral, but I still feel like she was sucking up to Tamra because she don't want that smoke with Tamra. So Jen ends up confronting Tamra on not having her back with the whole Ryan situation and going around telling her business and fueling things, you know, negative about her life. So Tamra was like, you know, I guess I have some built up resentment because when Ryan walked into my gym, he said, I'm going to F her. So Jen's face is shocked when she said it, but she recovered real quick and was like, well, why have we not had this conversation before? And Tamra says really snarky, cause it's kind of disgusting and my husband doesn't know about it. Well, why your husband didn't know about it? Why wouldn't you tell your husband that some man said that about you? See, this is why I say, Eddie, you better watch your back too, because she probably got a laundry list of dirt on you. Like, Tamra is a very sneaky, calculated, malicious person. And you can't trust her, child. So, then Tamra exposes her and says, you know, Will caught y'all in the car effing. And Jen was like, that didn't happen. He gave me a present. We were sitting in the car. Nothing happened between us. And she said at that moment, she was like, you know, I'm done with this because, it's, you know, it's getting out of hand, basically, when she got caught with him in the car, I guess, or whatever. So Shannon comes to Jen's defense and was like, you know, if you feel a connection with someone and you don't know if it's going to happen or not, she has 5 children. Why would she just walk away from her marriage unless she knows she has a connection or not? And Gina jumps in and was like, no, there should be no connection when you're married. You did walk away when you sat in that car with that man and you were married. And I agree. Like, ain't no testing the waters to see if there's something there before I leave my marriage. No, that's still cheating. It's not right. And if a man did it, he'll be all kind of dirty cheating, you know what? Like, I don't think that it should be a double standard when women do it. You know what I'm saying? Wrong is wrong is wrong is wrong. So Gina ends up walking away because she's frustrated. She's upset. I guess she's been triggered by the conversation. And Heather agrees with Gina and was like, you know, that's not right. And so she follows Gina, who's breaking down crying, and she calling Travis. And Heather was like, we're not about to do this. Travis, she all right, we'll call you back. And Heather tells her, like, girl, you cannot be dumping this stuff on that man. He is not your psychiatrist. He is not your therapist. He is not your best friend. He not your homie. He not your brother. That is your man. And you can't be running to him talking about how you triggered about your husband, your ex-husband cheating on you that happened years ago when you supposed to be happily in a relationship with him. Like, absolutely not. She was like, he does not deserve that. You got to tighten it up. And she was like, maybe you need to go to therapy because it seems like you have some feelings that have not been worked through yet. And I 100% agree. I still honestly believe that there is a part of her that is still very much in love with Matt. I 100% do. I feel like Travis is a safe bet, but she still is low-key probably still in love with her ex-husband. 100%. Shannon in her confessional, however, says that she feels like Gina is coming for Jen, and she really does not understand why. Like, she has a hard on for this girl. So Tamra and Jen end up sitting down talking, and Tamra says to her, like, I know a lot. I know a lot about what happened between you, Ryan, and Will. And Heather said he sent her a D-pic, the friend Heather, not the Heather on the show. And Jen was like, I was there. She said that they was like on a flight or something, and she made some excuse basically saying that he sent it to the girl on accident. I don't bit more believe what that girl's saying at all. I think she's covering up for him because she don't want to look like an idiot. And, that's her prerogative if she want to make excuses for that man, because I think that she don't want to end up looking like a fool to the public because you left your husband for somebody to end up cheating on you. But that's how the cookie crumbles when you do stuff that you ain't got no business doing. I personally, if I was Jen, wouldn't like how Tamra keep on trying to like low-key threaten her and like blackmail her. Like, I know certain things. I know. Like, okay, girl, and what you gonna do? Me and my husband ain't together no more, so like there's nothing that you can literally do to me. Like, I've already exposed myself for cheating, so what you think you gonna do? Like, Jen should have been checked her from off the rip so she could have let Tamra know I ain't the one to be played with, because Tamra is not that girl. She bullies people and messes with people that she knows she can do it to. But when she was on Ultimate Girls Trip and Dorinda got in that butt, she didn't go up against Dorinda because she found somebody that was bigger and badder than her. Because Dorinda got her together. She didn't know what to do. She had to run off crying, child. So as soon as you cuss her out real good, she'll leave you alone. She will leave you alone, child. Overall, though, I'm going to give the episode, I'm going to give it a B+, because I do feel like we're getting back to OC. I feel like, the past couple of seasons was a little rocky. It didn't seem like it was staying true to OC, but I feel like we're getting back there. I enjoyed the episode. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about it down below in the comment section. Make sure to thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell button. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.